In a small village near Greenfield, surrounded by a lush green forest, lived a boy named Arun. He was hardworking and honest, always eager to help his family and do his best in school. Yet, despite his efforts, a heavy sadness weighed on him. Arun constantly compared himself to others. Dev, the top student, always outshone him in studies. Mohan, his wealthy neighbor, had everything Arun could only dream of. No matter how hard he worked, he felt he would never be good enough. His self-esteem crumbled, and his interest in both studies and work began to fade. One day, news spread through the village that a famous saint was visiting. Known for his wisdom, the saint had helped many people find peace and clarity in their lives. Arun saw this as an opportunity to seek guidance. When he finally met the saint, he poured out his heart. Why do I feel so small compared to others? No matter what I do, I am never the best. The saint listened patiently and then smiled. Come with me. He led Arun to the edge of the forest and pointed to an old, towering tree. What do you see? A strong tree, Arun replied. The saint nodded and then gestured toward the entire forest. Look around. Do you see how different the trees are? There are mango trees, coconut trees, banyan trees, each one unique. Arun observed carefully. Some trees bore fruit, others provided shade, and some simply stood tall and proud. The saint continued, would a coconut tree ever compare itself to a mango tree? Each has its own purpose. If a mango tree spent its time envying the coconut tree, would it bear sweet mangoes? Arun slowly nodded. The saint then pointed to a nearby pond. Tell me, can a fish fly like a bird? No, Arun answered. And can a bird swim like a fish? No. Then, should the fish feel sad because it cannot fly? Or should the bird feel ashamed because it cannot swim? Arun's eyes widened in understanding. You, too, are unique, Arun, the saint said. You have your own strengths. Comparing yourself to others is like a fish envying a bird. It only brings unhappiness. Instead, find what you are good at and nurture it. A sense of clarity washed over Arun. For the first time, he saw himself in a new light, not as someone who needed to be like Dev or Mohan, but as someone with his own strengths. From that day on, Arun stopped comparing himself. He focused on his own path, improving his skills and working hard with newfound confidence. Years later, he built a successful business, bringing prosperity to his village. People looked up to him not because he was like someone else, but because he had embraced his own strengths. And so, Arun became an inspiration, proving that true success comes not from comparison, but from recognizing and nurturing one's own unique journey. Vocabulary: crumbled. Meaning: to break apart or lose strength. Example: Arun's self-esteem crumbled when he kept comparing himself to others. Clarity. Meaning: the quality of being clear and easy to understand. Example: the saint's words gave Arun clarity about his own strengths. Nurture. Meaning: to care for and encourage growth or development. Example: instead of envying others, Arun decided to nurture his own skills. Envying. Meaning: feeling resentful longing for what someone else has. Example: the fish should not waste its life envying the bird's ability to fly. Prosperity. Meaning: the state of being successful or wealthy. Example: years later, Arun's business brought prosperity to his village.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.